Got it. Well, because I'm anticipating, just me personally, I have no inside knowledge, but that one of the things that will eventually really propel this show is when it starts appearing in repeats on a Sci-Fi Network or TBS or something where people are being exposed to it like daily, and they're going, "Oh my God, I can't believe I hadn't been watching this show already."
Right. Well, you're probably absolutely right, and again, I have no knowledge of that stuff either, but, I guess the irony is that to get to that place where you're exposing it, you need to be exposed enough to get there. So it's a bit of a catch-22 in and of itself there.
I know we were, in our house, we were very surprised that we had never seen or heard of a sci-fi show called Eureka, which has a lot of the same kind of charm and romance and action that Chuck does. It's very similar in many ways. And when we discovered it, we were like slapping our heads, and we went back to Netflix, and we ordered the discs, and we watched from the beginning and caught up. And it was the same kind of thing. And it's just one of those shows that people need to discover. I believe that very strongly.
Right. And Eureka, I think the Sci-Fi Network is a member of the NBC Universal kind of family, so it's got a number of fantastic shows that need more exposure.
That's right. I keep hoping that there'll be a crossover between Chuck and Eureka. It seems like the characteristics would be there to make a nice match. But if you run across anyone, you can suggest that.
All right. Let's just get through the next season. Is that okay with you, Bob? Before we start crossing over.
All right, fair enough. But I'm hopeful. I see it building. I don't see it slowing down.
Good.
So much change this year, pretty much for all the characters. Were you happy with the various arcs for Lester and Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously, I think since the last time we spoke, Jeffster. I don't think there was a Jeffster last time we spoke. I can't quite remember, but I think that Jeffster came up after that. Am I wrong?
You might be right about that. Yeah, because I don't remember talking about it the last time.
Yeah, and so obviously the invent of Jeffster has been an incredibly huge part of Jeff and Lester's journey, if you will, and it's been one of the most exhilarating and petrifying and incredible things that I've gotten to do as an actor, to be honest with you. So am I happy? Absolutely.
Well, and you and Scott Krinsky, who plays Jeff, even got in on some spy action this season.
Yeah, we every once in a while we get a little bit. I mean, the great thing about the spy action that happened this season in terms of Jeff and Lester is that we kind of got to see how actually brilliant they could be at it. Even working kind of through their ignorance as to what exactly they were doing, they were able to track down Shaw when nobody else could. So, hopefully, and I have no knowledge, that could lead somewhere.
Well, the debate in our house about the show this season has been about Morgan becoming a spy. Morgan Grimes, Josh Gomez's character, whether that was a step a little too far. But my daughter and I think it's working. My wife, she's not so sure.
Oh yeah. Now when your wife says it's a little too far, in what regard is she referring?
She thinks pairing Josh Gomez's character with Adam Baldwin's character for some comic relief, that maybe Jeff and Lester were enough comic relief as a team that the show didn't need a second team.
A second team, I see. Right. Well, it's a valid point. Josh Gomez and Adam Baldwin in and of themselves are such a hilarious mixture that, I'm glad personally, that I got to see a little bit of it. Whether it works full-time story-wise, we'll have to see, I guess. I mean, maybe your wife's right. I don't want to go against your wife, Bob.
Well, let me ask you one more thing, and then we'll take a break. And I'm kind of wondering, in the next to last episode of this season, Lester and Jeff are on the outs, and Jeffster has been reduced to Jeff and a question mark. Right. Are they really breaking up that band of ours?
Well, I think the implication at the end of that episode was there was a reconciliation, that after hearing about Dreams and Big Mike and Earth, Wind, Fire, and Rain, I think Lester sort of came back on board.
Good. So we can imagine what might be in the finale, and I want to talk to you about the season finale.
Okay.
But right now, let's
take you know that, Bob, right? We're going to have a lot of empty silence on the phone right now because I'm going to tell you nothing. But it'll be amusement.
Well, hold on to that silence for a second, Vic. Let's take a quick break.
Right.
This is Bob Andelman, and you're listening to the Mr. Media Radio interview with Chuck star Vik Sahay, and we'll be right back.